It began with a most disturbing story involving a police detective on Long Island, now suspended and facing criminal charges, including a hate crime.
The cop, 40-year-old John Murphy of the Rockville Center Police Department in Suffolk County. The victim, a cell phone worker in his SUV when the detective approached him, damaged his car, and then let loose with a racial slur.
Now, that worker is black, and tonight he is talking to Long Island reporter Shantae Lands. She's live in Bushwick. Shantae?
Man, I don't get no damn. Part of me doing these videos is I'm finna look at these women reporter, man. I be looking for something pretty. And I'm gonna tell you one reason why that may not occur to you. These videos be pissing me the hell off. So I also be wanting something to mitigate those emotions, man. I am Trailhand Bill reporting live from South Florida. It is still a beautiful Sunday while I'm realizing you guys probably won't get these videos until we're in Long Island, man. Y'all don't be having no good reputation. And she is kind of pretty. Before I talk y'all heads off, man, newbies, I got something to say to y'all, but I'm going to say it on the back end, man. Let's see what they got going on out here, man. These detectives and cell phone technicians can't get along. Or is it just cops and Americans trying to live their lives?
Well, Sandra and Bill, that field tech engineer works both on Long Island and, like you mentioned, also here in Bushwick. I just spoke with him. He said he's fearful while still on the job, but just had to get this powerful story out.
He started with his racial slurs, tirades, calling me out. Then he used the, you know what, right? The N-word, right? And at that point, he got back, he tore off my amber light.
It was a disturbing encounter that this cell phone technician says he was not expecting.
He reached his hand over my window, which was rolled down, and then he opened the door. So he was coming in the vehicle. I'm like, what are you doing?
Derek Onwer, who does not want his face shown out of fear of retaliation, is talking about this man, Rockville Center police officer John Murphy. The 40-year-old detective with 10-plus years on the force turned himself in and was charged with criminal mischief as a hate crime and aggravated harassment after Suffolk County police say Murphy harassed the man who's black on November 3rd while working in Murphy's Manorville neighborhood.
He used a racial slur and kicked the vehicle door, causing damage. He also ripped off a light on the car and threw it at the victim. The light broke and a piece hit the victim.
Suffolk County Police's Hate Crime Task Force says video shows Murphy harassing the worker. Murphy pleaded not guilty at his arraignment. He said nothing to reporters' questions while leaving the courthouse in Central Hyslop on Wednesday. Prosecutors say Murphy, who was off duty, identified himself as law enforcement officer and refused to look at the worker's credentials. Suffolk officials now condemning the officer's alleged behavior.
And I don't care what your status is in life. And this gentleman happened to be a detective in another police department in Rockville Center. But that doesn't excuse hate.
Now I'm more apprehensive. I've become the opposite of that. You know, being helpful, now I'm more fearful because I don't know the kind of intent somebody is coming to me with because of what he did to me.
Again, that officer suspended tonight. That cell tech said he wanted to tell this story because he feared that his story could happen again. In Bushwick, Brooklyn, Shantae Lands, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Pretty eyes, pretty skin. Boy, I love me a woman, boy. I ain't never gonna be none of this new age stuff. Sorry, not sorry. If you're new here, man, the video is over. There will be nothing but my opinion of it and Shantae and her pretty ass from the video we just watched from this point forward. So if you want to leave, man, feel free to. I don't want you to stay around. If you don't want to hear my contrast opinion, that is fine with me. I understand. I don't even want to hear it sometimes. Hell, I'm talking about shut my ass up. I'm being a little arrogant in this video, and I'm not even intending to. God, I hope God don't discipline me too much, man. I just read people, man. I think my perception skills when it comes to people are above average. I'll leave it there. I don't want to be too high-minded. And when I was I really wanted to research this story because I'm like, damn, here we go. Another white guy doing it to a black guy, man. Guys, this is going to be like a I don't know what kind of week all of this is coming together because I want to share these things with you guys. Lord willing, I will be going back to Georgia. Many people are planning for the holidays. So, enjoy that with you and your families. Be safe, man. Like, you know how I am. Enjoy life. Enjoy these times God has given us. So I don't know how it's going to be with the videos, but I'm going back to Georgia. I already booked my room and some other things that I need. But I got so many videos. I've got to share these videos, these headlines. I got to share them with you guys. I want to so bad. And so this is just one of them. I don't be knowing what these videos are about, man. I'm telling you, I plead not guilty to looking at certain videos to paint certain narratives, man. I just be pulling it up, and y'all know I talk about what's in front of me if you've been here for a while. Man, ain't my damn fault, man. Y'all got to chill out. Tell these white folk, chill out, man. These white men, man. Y'all got to chill out, man. Y'all making it look like I don't be knowing. And then I be mad because it be like, I'm going to get back to my perception skills. I be wondering, like, in some of these cases, do y'all be picking out these people that y'all know aren't American? Because I'm pretty sure a lot of those, people who moved here from other nations, other places outside of the United States, live in New York. We got so many of them down here in Miami, and I see these stories. I'm like, I be feeling like sometimes y'all be picking on these people because y'all know Americans don't be knowing their rights like that. That's why we have to always be reminding each other too. So these people coming from here, like they probably got the attitude he had, because he said, now I'm more weary of help. I'm like, what do you mean? What did when he said I'm more weary now have to do with this story? Was he trying to help, or is he saying, I just took it that because this guy was a cop, he was a good guy? That stood out to me. Let me get back to my perception skills, because I'm going to be honest with you what I think. I don't know none of these folks. I seen the video when y'all seen it. Everything I say I could be wrong about, except Jesus Christ. We're going to the grave with that. That's what I live for. That's the hill I'm buried on. If Jesus is the truth, one of us is very wrong. I done played my best, big dog. I'm just keeping it real with you. I don't think this was about race, man. I don't think this was about race. And so when this guy says at the end of this video, I am fearful, I don't think that is a laughing matter, and that resounded with me, because tyrants, cowards, domestic terrorists, gangbanging, gunslinging cowards like this do not operate in vacuums. If you don't remember any damn thing else I said, please remember that. That's why I'm always saying, know who these people are. They're everywhere. They're cockroaches. We from the South. Y'all get them roaches. You see one, you might as well move out, because they got a million more behind them. That's who these people are. They're cockroaches. And all they do is terrorize. Literally. Anybody. They don't get no damn. We are all Negroes now. We should have dealt with it when it was just Negroes. Sorry. The poison is spread. It's through our entire body now. They everywhere. Some of the Negroes that these institutions were built to terrorize are now protected by them. Then we just talk about that coward killing Valentina. Y'all didn't get that video, please. Because YouTube literally told me this is limited visibility. If you didn't go see the story of Valentina, I did it in 2 parts. Please go watch that. Even if you don't want to. Valentina, that's her name. Burlington Coat Factory. San Fernando Valley, California. 14-year-old killed by police. Get me started, man. You got to know who these cowards are. I feel like this is a coward. As far as law enforcement officers go, unless he started when he was like 18, he's pretty young, man, in law enforcement. But he might have started when he was 18, so let's say he's like a 15 to 20-year veteran, man. He ain't been operating in no vacuum, man. There have been policies and institutions and, unspoken rules and, things that need not be said. It goes without saying, behind the scenes operations that have allowed him to feel like not only can he behave like this, he's just a disparaging, despicable, condescending person as a cop. Copping, law enforcement I don't know if he was that person. His family ties, his upbringing, his culture may have caused him to be like that. Some of the racial disparities in America may have caused him to be like that. But I'm betting that his law enforcement ties definitely watered that until it bloomed into what we seen. I'm just telling you, man, this is where because he just has that look. I was thinking the other day, I always see people who look, I'm talking about they look and their behaviors are the same, their mannerisms are the same, the way they got their hair is the same, the way they dress is the same. I can see people, I'm like, man, I done seen 15 of you in my years of life. If you caught that, you did. If you didn't, I can't help you. I was like, damn, is anybody out there like me? But he fits like those that like he looks like those cops who like, nah, he's not just racist. He's everything, bro. He's racist. He's bigoted. Like whatever person he ran up on in that situation, he's just one of those people who feel like he owns everything. He was gonna pull out the most disparaging version of himself to show who was in control and to condescend that person and belittle them. I just honestly feel like that. Big dog, I could be wrong. If this story ever gets to you as someone who's been like this and it was absolutely a racist thing, I don't mean to disparage, condescend, or take away from your experience. I promise you. Get this water. That lady pretty hell. I'm just gonna keep it real. But I've met men and women like this. They really just think they own the world and they hide under the umbrella. And they not even hide, but I would say they move around under the umbrella of no matter who they're engaging, that person is less than them. I'm telling you. Because I was watching this video, I'm like, yo, we make jokes when we're police and be like, yo, go check on their wives, go check on their dogs, go check on their husband. They look like they beat, go check on their kids. But like, nah, this type of dude, even how he was walking in the courtroom and walking out of it, he's like, nah, you probably need to check on the people close to him, man. I'm not being hyperbolic here, man. I promise you, I don't do that. I don't clout chase. I don't do none of that shit, man. I put the content out, edit it to the best of my abilities, making sure I ain't being disrespectful or as least offensive as possible and let God do the rest. I'm telling you, this is my perception of this dude, man. He was going to act like that no matter who he encountered. He didn't just call the man a name. He literally broke the damn law. He didn't get no damn. They said he broke the man mirror or light off and threw it at him. Maybe I'll leave on this point. I need to stop saying that in these videos because then I talk for 10 more minutes every time. But I don't even think everything I said about this coward is the most important thing to be said. I think what that gentleman said and why I feel like he had a right to say it is, he said he's terrified. I think that man was absolutely right to get his story on camera. Whether he showed his face or not, obviously that's a personal decision. But yeah, we needed to hear that. We needed to know that at least those journalists knew that that was the victim in this case. He can't be identified. I'm pretty sure since this coward has been charged, his name, his information is documented in places that should be readily available should they need to be. And we need to make sure that the gentleman is okay, not just because this coward acted like this and he may seek retribution in his law enforcement status, but once again, he's not operating in a vacuum. I bet you $1 to a donut, the only reason this rose to this level, and I want to know the other reasons why it rose to this level, but one of them is because for whatever reason, it seems like this gentleman was documenting this, whether it was from a dash cam or he was recording from his phone or some other device. He documented this, and somebody did and had visual evidence that they couldn't get around. And that got to some people who would not just sweep it under the rug. I don't know. How did it rise to this level? I continue to say in my videos, we've seen cops do much worse in our faces where it can't be denied and it gets swept up under the rug. They literally get paid vacations, and they say he got suspended. I'm pretty sure he's still getting paid. I can't verify that though, so don't take my word for it. I think out of all the videos I've seen like this is the one that puts like the most concern, if not fear, in my heart for that gentleman. Because once again, man, if nothing else, this coward is not operating in a vacuum. I think they made a big deal out of it again for no other reason than because it is on our video that they can't manipulate. And I just wonder how many other versions of him are operating up there in law enforcement and how many other citizens up there have had to be terrified, have not been heard in their experience with these cowards, and still have to be terrified because not only is he still up there, but his buddies are. And let me remind you guys, finally, he was off duty, and he flexed his law enforcement status. There's a reason, and it is because of what I always tell you guys in my videos. These cowards are cops 24/7 once they sign up for that gang. You would do well to remember that, man. I hope Buddy be all right. I hope you keep documenting. I hope you keep recording. I hope you get you a dash cam. This week is Black Friday. That's when most every damn thing is on sale. You can get great ones at great prices. I'm not telling you what to do with your budget, but I'm saying you never know when it's going to be you, and you never know when you're going to need audio and video evidence that can't be manipulated by the American government, man. Shout out to Derek, man, for not being afraid of this coward. Hey, you don't have to be afraid of them either. You don't have to live in fear wherever you're at. God has created this beautiful world for us to enjoy. And you can do that and also recognize every hazard that is in it. for you and the ones that you love, and innocent and vulnerable people around you. And y'all had better believe those hazards are some of these cockroaches and the other ones that will help them cover up and justify what they do to you when it happens. I'm Trey and Bill. Y'all already know that, man. Y'all be good and have a great week.
Now I'm more apprehensive. I've become the opposite of that. You know, being helpful, now I'm more fearful because I don't know the kind of intent somebody is coming to me with because of what he did to me.
I'm still kind of stuck on that because I be hesitant of you Americans who just automatically side with cops, because I be done try to assist y'all in some situation with these cowards, and I feel you when you say that. I'm more apprehensive these days too. That cop should be as well. That inflated ego gonna get him, you try that shit with the wrong American. Ain't gonna have to worry about turning yourself in. Thank you if you made it this far. If you liked the video, feel free to hit that thumbs up button. I greatly appreciate it. If you care to go a little further than that, maybe even subscribe, hit the notification bell. Check out a few of the other videos on the channel. Either way, y'all be safe.